Welcome to my channel. So, since the holiday season is coming upon us, I decided to create a list of stores that I think will be most beneficial for plus size guys to shop at. Now, there's a bunch of them, but most of these I tried to streamline to brands I've worked with, or I can vouch for their services because I've seen the work that they produce. So we're just gonna start heading down the list. Alright, so first one is MVP Collections by Move On. I have about 4 or 5 pieces from the brand. I love it. The quality is great, the fit is great. I've had things for over a year that still fit. And you know the classic big guy problem when you wash your shirt and then it gets like this much shorter, and then when you go like this, your belly's out. Yeah, none of that with MVP. I will say, be ready to spend a good coin, but it will last. Next, we're gonna go into Brandon Kyle. He's another brand that I can vouch for. I don't own any of the pieces, but I've seen enough of them up close in person. People I've known purchase them to know that the quality is good, the fit is good, and he's an indie designer, so you know my heart's with the indie people because it's hard out here in these indie streets, okay? Next, we're gonna move on to Bad Rhino. It's a great option to shop for plus size guys. They specifically cater to us, which is one thing I love. They go all the way up to 8XL in most of their products, which is basically unheard of. So for that reason alone, they had to make the list. Not to mention, they're a really budget conscious brand. So most of their pieces are under $50, which I love because I'm on a budget. Anywho, let's move on to the next one on the list, which is ASOS. Now, this is one of the brands that I cannot personally vouch for, but I've seen it whole lot of times, okay? Just a whole bunch of times I've seen it, so I know for a fact it's good clothes, it's inexpensive, and they will get you fly. I know that for a fact. This one, I added something different to the list this year because, of course, I've been researching brands. I've, come accustomed to new brands. New brands have came out since the list I made last year. So this one is called American Tall. This is for my tall guys out there. They make clothes for guys that are 6'5" and up. So they give you a lot of extra length in the arms with the shirts and a lot of extra length in the pants and the jeans and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted to add in a brand that was specifically for my tall fellas out there. Next, we're going to go into a subscription box brand called the Winston Box. I've been working with them since the beginning of XL Drive. They're they actually are my first branded sponsored content that I ever produced, and still love them, still killing the game, getting better, producing great boxes, and I'm excited to hopefully get my next box in a few to talk about. So they are a must-have, in my opinion, for any big and tall guy. First of all, the price is right. It's basically custom because once the box is done, no one else has those pieces anymore. So it's basically custom, if you ask me, because in terms of the fact that there won't be many people wearing the clothes you have when you wear the Winston Box. That is a great reason. Next, we're gonna jump right on into the newest brand of the list, which is the One Bone brand. And I had the opportunity to meet their CEO a few weeks ago in DC, and we had a great little combo. And it's a brand that I keep seeing over and over again on social media. I've got a chance. I don't have any of the shirts that they produce yet, keyword yet, but I do. I have shot a few people that have wearing the clothes. I've got a chance to see it up close, touch it, feel the quality of the shirt, and my God, it's amazing. And another thing they solve is that big guy problem where you raise your hand, your belly will never be exposed. That's because the way that they scoop cut the shirt. I just love that. I just love One More brand. Get you one of those for the holidays. Next, we're gonna jump into one of the brands that I've been watching for a while on social media, and I just got the chance to order something. So I don't know if it's before you see this video or after, but you'll definitely see me wearing this brand. It's called Big Boys Are Cute. It's from a guy he's out of Miami, and he makes these clothes that really represents the big guy showing himself in a different way that I love, who's not afraid to say I'm a big guy and I look good. And we need more brands like that, more brands that are celebrating us literally right on the t-shirt. So for that, it's a must-have. And not to mention that he's a small business, and not only is he a small business, but I love his price points. They're always right on point. They're not too expensive. They're not cheap either, but they're not expensive. And I like that he priced himself in that range of items where everyone can afford it. Kudos for that. Next, we're going to go into a brand by one of my personal friends. His name is Will, and he owns a brand called Limitless XL. This brand is amazing. He has high-end, low-end, middle-end, quality pieces in all different price ranges. So you guys gotta go check out his site. I'll put the link below because I don't want to say the wrong link. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link below to all of the brands that I've talked about today. Next on the list is I finished out the list with 2 custom suit brands that I personally know. One of them is Franklin Anthony. It's owned, it's 2 partners. One of them I know, Mike, owns that brand. They make custom suits out of Dallas. When I tell you them boys be sharp, okay? Sharp. So if you're in Dallas and you need custom suits for the holidays, for any Christmas parties or New Year's Eve, hit Franklin and Anthony up. And of course, like I said, I'll put all the links below for you guys to see. Then next, we're gonna jump into my final one of the list, which is Big Man Culture, which is owned by my good friend Mike. It's another custom suit brand, but they're here in Atlanta. So if you're in Atlanta, and like I said, you need custom suits for your holidays coming up. You know, there's a lot of different things happening during the holidays. Everybody has a party. Of course, New Year's. Of course, Christmas, Thanksgiving. You know, and then all the parties in between. If you're looking for a custom suit, holla at my friend Mike, or Big Mike as I call him. And his brand is Big Man Culture. So I'll definitely drop his link down below. So those are all of the small retailers, or I don't want to say small, but small business retailers that I think we should support more of for this holiday season. Plus, like I said, I like to promote brands that I personally know of, that I can vouch for. Whether I wore them or not, I can vouch for these brands because I've seen them. Maybe I may not have the chance to buy all of them, but I've definitely seen them and I can vouch for them. So, without further ado, thank you so much for listening to this episode, or this isn't an episode, this video of me trying to dive into this video thing so 2019 I can get, this can run smoothly. You got the point. See y'all.